Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to tell you that there is a new feature that's been added to your Gemini toolkit within Google Classroom. You can now record podcasts or create podcasts inside of your Google Classroom. So, one of my favorite AI tools is Notebook LM, and that was a feature. One of their very first features that they rolled out was the podcast feature. But now you can do that inside of Google Classroom with your Gemini toolkit. So if you're inside your Google Classroom and you go over here to your bar and you click on Gemini, the option you're going to look for is create an audio lesson. You will tell it your grade level. So I'm going to do fourth grade elements of a story and ask it to generate learning objectives. It's going to generate a couple, and the couple of times I've played with it, it generates about two. So if you have additional learning objectives, see this blinking cursor, just hit the enter key, and you can enter in more. You can modify this always. It gives you a little tip down here, always review and edit learning objectives. So you can do that here. Now here you can personalize. There's a teacher that will be a part of the podcast and a student. So you can listen. There's only two options for voices that I have. You can listen to those options and choose the avatar.
Welcome. I'm here to guide you through the material and highlight the key takeaways.
So that's voice one. So I'm going to choose that avatar.
That
And
sounds interesting. I'm ready to dive in.
this is voice two, so I'll choose that avatar. So then you choose your avatar, and then you click generate audio lesson. And so this is going to take a moment. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to let you see it start generating because that's kind of cute to watch. But then I'll come back on once it generates fully. Okay, so here we have our target grade, our topic, the learning objectives, and then down here are um, is the portion where they go back and forth for the podcast, and then you can listen to it here.
Today, we're going to explore the secret ingredients that make stories so exciting and easy to follow. We'll be discussing the essential elements of a story, like characters, setting, and plot. To start, think of these elements like the flour, sugar, and eggs needed to bake a great cake.
Okay. There's two things that you can export here. So when you click export, you and click export to drive, that's going to export your audio, and then export to slides is going to export the text. Here I clicked on export to drive, and this is the audio. I'm going to click this little symbol up here, and I'm going to go ahead and move it into my Google Classroom folder in my Google Drive so that all of my stuff is neatly organized in there. Then I'm going to do this, go back over, and I'm going to do the same thing with the text. So export to slide. And I had my Google Drive open and it popped up over here in my recent folder. So I had that already open. And I'm going to move this over to my Google Classroom so that all of that is organized. And I do that because I want to be able to quickly find it to put it in my post that I'm going to push out to my students. So back over here, I'm going to go out of this and go back to my classroom right here. Let me move me out of the way. Right here is my classroom. And I've got a post that I'm still editing. And I can add from my Google Classroom my audio and, oops, the audio and the text. So I'm going to add, I'm going to save that. So that is a part of my post. Let's look at that text and bring that up. All right, I just wanted you to see what that looked like in Google Slides. So it gives you the elements of a story and then all of the text out in the slides. And you can use that and edit that as you will. I think this is a great feature. I think y'all are going to really like this. And then you can push that out to students, like I said, both the audio and the slides. Well, I hope you have a great time playing with this as much as I have and integrating this technology into your classrooms and into your lessons. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time.